limbal epithelial transplantation gave way to simple epithelial limbal transplantation and so on. What clet became slet. And you see how connections of two intellectuals, one a clinician and the other a basic scientist, can lead to rather remarkable innovations and inventions and so on. Virendra talked about how today in the last 30 years we have had 146 primary centers and 16 secondary centers. The primary centers, for those of you who may not know, is just a one room in a village that probably is about 5,000 people or 2,000 people strong. We get one of those high school graduates from there, train that girl, it's usually more a girl than a boy, train that girl to look through the same slit lamp biomicroscope that he uses here at the Advanced Tertiary Center here. And she is able to detect, she does the 3 R's as they call it. Recognize that there is a blinding condition, refer in case there is a difficulty that you need a doctor and so on, and record and also refract the eye and give glasses and so on. What she does there is monitored right here, real time in Hyderabad. How did this come about? This came about largely because of research again. I was working in a biology lab about 15 kilometers from here, and when I heard about the kind of work that goes on in LVPEI, I've been working on the lens proteins. Did quite a bit of work on the proteins of the lens, but never had the opportunity to look at a cataract lens. So this connectivity between CCM, Center for Cellular Molecular Biology, and LVPEI gave rise to research. One of the earliest things that was actually done at LVPEI as a research was how many people in the state are blind. And the number is a remarkably alarming number. It's 1.8%. If you translate that to India, we are talking about approximately 35 to 40 million people who are legally blind. You can see this way, but 360 vision isn't there. Epidemiology gave this particular result, and that's really how we decided we can't do everything sitting in Hyderabad. We had to do it also right where the blindness burden is and so on. This has given us a lot of data. And these 16 secondary centers that we have also do quite a bit of analysis, so that when you hear today or tomorrow, I think when Prashant Garg talks about infection in the eye, the amount of data that we have is something which is quite extraordinary. Therefore, there is a lot of scope for research of this kind, and we do need quick and high resolution, accurate detection of the blindness burden, and then look at what kind of an infection there is and how do we manage these infections and so on. This is really how the bilateral collaboration on the first instance from the Wellcome Trust R&D Affordable Eye Care thing, and then actually the India DBT Alliance, which also has given us support. We've been very fortunate. We now have close to 4 Indo-UK bilateral collaborative programs. And I think we have borne the best fruit out of these, and I think we will still keep getting more and more interesting and valuable information, both in terms of infection and also I think about treatment modalities and so on. I welcome you all for this wonderful workshop. Thank you.